a time I used to look into my father's eyes. In a happy home, I was a king, I had a golden throne. Those days are gone, now the memories on the wall. I hear the sounds from the places where I was born. Up on a hill across a blue lake, that's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed. My father said, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah. There was a time I met a girl of a different kind. We ruled the world. I thought I'd never lose her out of sight. We were so young, I think of her now and then. I still hear the songs reminding me of a friend. Up on a hill across a blue lake, that's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed. My father said, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah. Oh, see, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you.
say all things since 1960. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are lying. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. It's in your head, zombie, zombie, zombie.
Catch you if you fall, and if they laugh, then screw 'em all. And then I catch you off your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you can take advantage of me. Tell me, how's it feel sitting up there, feeling so high but too far away to hold me? You know I'm the one who put you out there, name in the sky. Does it ever get lonely thinking you could leave without me? Leave without me. You know I'm the one who put you out there. I don't know why. Tell me, how's it feel sitting up there, feeling so high but too far away to hold me? You know I'm the one who put you out there, name in the sky. Does it ever get lonely thinking you could leave without me? Leave without me. You know I'm the one who put you out there. I don't know why. Thinking you could leave without me. Leave without me. You know I'm the one who put you out there. I don't know why. trying hard to make you see. All that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on. Lights on, lights on.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing in here? Good to see so many of you in here. Once again, the mango seedlings are in here too. Ken Kasaji, how's it going, buddy? We'll have Trisha joining us very, very soon. In fact, she may be here already. I'm not sure. We'll go ahead and wait for her to pop in whenever she is ready. She's getting essentially a video, today's daily video, up and ready for you guys. It should be ready by the end of the stream, so stay tuned for that. You guys will have something to watch right after today's stream. But hey, the markets are showing us some interesting things today. We have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to say about the price action over the last 12 hours. Definitely a lot to talk about today, but before we do that, let's go ahead and look at all the comments in the chat that we have thus far. Bob Harrison making it in here first today. I'm just getting adjusted on my seat. Richard Gowler saying morning as well. Good to see you, Richard. Good to see you, Bob. Krisha's in here too. Hey Krisha, how's it going? Are you joining us today? Let me know in the chat. Jason Derulo says loving the tunes. Hey man, good to know, good to know. You're gonna love Mango if you love the tunes, because our trading approach kind of reflects in the tunes that we play over here, right? It's stress-free, it's chilled, it's not too fast-paced. But let's see who else we have in here. Justin Hamid, hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going? Justin, yeah, I did get your PMs, by the way. I did get your PMs. Yeah, by the way, to all of you who are new out there, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me and PM me. I may be delayed in responding sometimes. Sometimes I may be a little bit more, I'll be replying while I'm on my way to the gym or while I'm in the kitchen chopping veggies, so my replies may be short and to the point kind of thing, but they're always friendly and I'm always approachable, so don't hesitate to PM me, right, for anything. If you guys have a question, but they can't be questions like, hey man, should I buy now, hey man, should I sell now? Don't PM me with those kind of questions. But yeah, always here, man, to for you guys to reach out to. Let's see who else do we have here. Before we get started with the analysis, Baxter Beats is in here too. Hey, how's it going, bud? How's it going? You're here every single day, man. I love that. I love seeing you here every day. Across the Canada's here too. How's it going, buddy? He says, but I'm scared that it's all about to. Yeah. You might be right. This might be signs for things to come, or it could be a bait for the bears too, right? Because some of the things in the market right now are looking really, really scary, right? For a deeper pullback, definitely. But in a way, it is almost too obvious. That being said, a lot of things that may seem obvious to me right now may not be that obvious to the entrants that have entered the market, right? The new entrants, and there are a lot of new eyes who have never traded before, right? Who are beginning to get interested in cryptocurrency. By the way, I should do a mic check. Can you guys hear me? Okay, let me know in the comments down below. I'm just going to scroll down. Give me a confirmation that the music's not too loud. My voice is okay. I'm going to reduce the music just a tad bit. Johnny Mai says 100 people watching and only 15 likes. Man, that's actually depressing. Either you guys really, really dislike these live streams, or you guys are forgetting that there's a like button down there so you guys can show Mango your love. Like Krisha mentioned, we will be assessing whether or not to continue these live streams going into Feb. Based on the analytics. So I'll give you guys a quick like review or purview, or is that even a word, or rather summary on what the analytics are telling us thus far. Essentially, these live streams, while some of you really, really enjoy them, it's the daily videos that are getting a lot more like watch time and attention. And the live streams are taking up far more time as well. So in terms of energy put forth and time put forth as well, it seems like the audience prefer the daily videos more. So we're gonna have to either do less live streams, maybe do them only on the weekends, or spend less time on the live streams, right? That's what we're at least seeing from the analytics thus far. And since time is our most precious asset, we kind of have to allocate accordingly. But I do enjoy doing these live streams, so I'm not gonna stop them. I love talking to you guys. That's the best part, just engaging with you guys. It's so much easier for me to talk to all of you at the same time like this. Also, we get to hang out as a community. That's what I love the most. Let's see. Okay, Krisha says the audio is good. Awesome. Yeah, Bob Harrison has a really good point over there. So even though you are here in the Mango Grove, be sure at least some of your input is from sources that may use different analysis methods than here, or others that have opposite price ideas. I like the latter part more, because over here at Mango we use almost everything, right? Like, there's honestly, Bob, every form of technical analysis comes down to basically trend analysis. Every form of technical analysis comes down to trend analysis if you really understand what trending really is, right? When support and resistance breaks, it's essentially the market trending, right? When support and resistance is being respected, it's the market in a trendless environment, which is you ranging. So a range is also a form of a trend in a way, and it's usually a leg within a bigger trend either way. So once you understand deep trend analysis, it really comes down to just that. Everything. In your Elliott wave theory is just various more advanced techniques of trend analysis. That's usually or rather most of those techniques can be broken down into simpler form, which is what I did with my trend analysis. And I'm like, you know what, I don't need any of this complex stuff. I can keep my life simple, keep my life Mango, and yeah, trade that way. The real essence of what Mango is all about is the stress-free approach to trading, right? It's the stress-free approach, like removing all of that anxiety that most traders feel that cause them to make mistakes. Because if you think back to most of your bad trades, man, like the ones that have stuck with you, it's not because you didn't understand TA, it's because you've made it too complicated. Not you particularly, Bob, I'm talking to the audience over here. And that's what we do over here. We don't try to be fancy, we don't try to be cool, we don't try to show people that we're smart. We just try to enjoy our lives, man. So with that, let's get on over to the charts. Let me see if there's anybody else. Oh, Walter's in here too today. Hey, how's it going, Walt? Good morning, good morning, good morning, Walter. Good to see you in here, buddy. Good to see you in here. Edward Lim says, wait till 30k BTC, then we buying. Hey, maybe BTC may just give a better opportunity. It's a little bit too premature to say yet, but with that, let's switch on over to the charts. That's a good segue. I think it's this. Ooh, boom. Okay, that chat box is a little bit too big, so I'm gonna have to adjust that. How do I do that though? Okay, let me try. Chat box. Okay, reduce that. Put that on over to the side. No, where'd you go? Okay, there you are. Is that too small, guys? Let me know. Okay, I'm just gonna put it in the corner over here. There's way too much on the screen right now, but either way, right now we're looking at Bitcoin USD on the 4-hour, and what are you guys seeing over here? What does this look like to you guys? Okay, my freaking chat box is ruining it all though. Okay, there we go. Let's put it there for now. Okay, what does this look like to you guys? Give it to me in the comments. It's going down, Lima says. Is it going? No, he's asking. Is it going down? Hakuna Matata time. I'm not just gonna come here today and tell you guys what this looks like. Hamid says the chat box is okay. Brian says head and shoulders. Ooh, okay, cool. A deceiving triangle. I love that. It's a deceiving triangle. I know you meant to say a descending triangle, but I love that. A deceiving triangle. We're gonna use that, Kusha. Kusha, remember that one. A deceiving triangle. Usually the triangles in Bitcoin, especially these kind of triangles, tend to be deceiving. Not so sure about this one this time, because we do have a clue that we may be headed for a more violent move. The question is which direction. Head and small head. Consolidation. Yes, so every pattern, by the way, is a consolidation, right? Some patterns are more, well, I don't say that. No, I don't say that. That's not true. So descending triangles are consolidations, symmetrical triangles are consolidations, head and shoulders, in my opinion, are in between trending and consolidation, more like a failed trend before it breaks one way or the other. And then you have your channels that are trends, proper trends. The trend legs within a larger consolidation. Yeah, that's what you want to say, okay? Your what do they call channels? Your wedges. And Krisha's shaking her head at me right now. The pattern queen. They're essentially consolidations within larger trends. There you go, right? That's so interesting. Bob says solid horizontal support on descending resistance. However, I also have it drawn as a bull flag on my daily chart, but you have to zoom out, and that's where this gets a little bit more difficult, because you could look at this as a bull flag, right? Well, I was talking to Kusha this morning, and she was like, "Hey, this looks doesn't look like a descending triangle to me. Doesn't look bearish to me." But there are bearish attributes or features over here that you can't ignore. Okay, there's a lot bearish about this that you cannot ignore. And this is coming from me, guys, the Bitcoin bull. The Mango's biggest Bitcoin bull. Tasia Butenko says, I see a high flag and it's going up. So you see a flag that's going up. I'm not sure what a high flag is. High flag is rare. Well, I'm not much of a pattern guy, so I'll take your word for it. You can join the Discord, Tasia, and paste the chart in the chat, and I'll take a look at it. JP Morgan news, I have no idea what. I don't follow the news, man. You don't need to. Buy pressure is weakening. Buy selling pressure. Buy selling pressure. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can't drop below the level. Selling pressure can drop below the level is what you mean? All right, so what you guys need to watch over here, right, is that, okay, so what exactly is a head and shoulders anyways? It's a failed trend attempt, okay? A failed attempt at trend continuation. That's what a head and shoulders is. So you have a high, you have a higher low, you have a high, now you have a higher low, and then the market comes in and tries to push higher, right? But it fails. Okay, it fails. So now, actually, if I'm not sure how the pattern traders would draw this, but perhaps they draw their neckline like this, right? Maybe they're drawing their neckline like this, and they're like, hey, this is your first head, this is your, this is your left shoulder, your head, and this is your right shoulder, and we broke over here. Maybe that's what they're drawing, and in that case, their measured move would be something like this, right? Depending on where they draw the neckline, coming in at around 25, 26. Okay. Now I've drawn it so crudely, so don't take that measured move for granted. I mean, for word to the T or whatever. So that's one way to look at it. So they essentially, or what you're looking for is the failed attempt by the bulls to continue the trend towards the upside. But keep in mind that we're looking at this on the 4-hour, but I'm looking at this intentionally on the 4-hour just to get some structure as to what price is doing. Another way to just look at this is, hey, this is your left shoulder, your head, which is essentially the first attempt to push higher. The bears stepped in, pushed it lower. The bulls stepped in with vindication, right? Conviction, pushed way higher now, right? That was your nice bull move right over there, okay? The bears got clearly, they tried to push down, and on this attempt too, this candle over here, right? The bears still had, what's it called? Basically a re-entry, okay? A re-entry. I was looking for a little bit more of a complicated word, but let's not talk about that. You essentially try to fish top over here. Okay, you don't want to do that if you're a trend trader, but if you're looking for trend continuation, once you had this break over here on the lower time frames, you can see that bear flag breakdown. This is a re-entry right over here to add to your position, and then you're looking for continuation. You don't get that continuation. You have your stops over here, right? As soon as the stops are taken out, you're seeing everybody get out of their position and the bulls enter too. And that was your push up over here. That was your bull move towards the upside. Okay, cool. So this bear move over here got invalidated. Keep that in mind, because over here at the time when we were at 34,000, think about the psychology over here. This was the high. This looked really bearish. We broke down over here and had continuation, but not enough. The bull stepped in, pushed it back up, and then boom, okay, all those stops got triggered, because we're going to be using what happened over here as a base to understand what may happen over here. Okay, cool. So the bulls pushed up, we made a high, bears stepped in, okay, come down here, but this wasn't anything, okay guys, this wasn't anything, because essentially this low over here now forms the basis of what we're going to be working with moving forward. But this high over here is really important, because relative to this high is a lower high, right? Okay, so now we have a lower high, which is essentially telling us that the bulls tried to push this higher and failed to do so. Okay, that's how you get, again, your head and shoulders. Now this entire thing over here can be looked at as one attempt by the bulls to push higher, and each time they're failing and failing and failing, right? So in the higher time frames, perhaps this may look like just one right shoulder, or you could call it, I think Krisha likes to look for two shoulders sometimes, right? You can have a left shoulder, a head, and two shoulders like this. Those tend to have violent moves towards the downside too. Either way, what really matters, guys, is the psychology of what the bulls and the bears are doing over here. And what you're seeing is that the bears are beginning to keep lower highs. Alright? But the bulls are still maintaining this low and this low. Actually, this low got taken out over here, eh? So this low got taken out over here, and this could have been your first big sign of things to come. Keep that in mind. So actually, the bears have won this battle right over here by losing, or rather by the bulls losing that low. But over here, the bulls stepped in and pushed it up. Okay, cool. They pushed it up, and now they put in a low over here, a low over here, higher low, and this candle over here was really, really important. Okay, this 12-hour candle close was really key yesterday. If we saw continuation after that, that would have been really good for the bulls, because they would have essentially confirmed this as an ascending triangle that broke towards the upside, starting a new 4-hour uptrend. But what happens instead? It ended up being a freaking trap. That was a really, really, really good fake out. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys, I'm gonna slow down over here, because I went on a little bit of a spiel, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys think about what just happened over there, and let me know if you guys have any questions. We'll take a sip of water. Yeah, so this right over here, right, to me, that was ugly. That was really, really ugly. That was the bears coming in, and you can call it a rejection, you could call it a fake out, it doesn't matter, right? There was no follow through from the bulls after retaking a key level on the mid to low time frames. Like, you know, 12 hour, we did, was it a complete rejection? No, yeah, so look at that candle, man. That's a bearish engulfing. Like, I would call this a proper bearish engulfing. We took out the low, right, of the previous candle, and took out the high of the previous candle too, and you engulf the entire thing, and then you see continuation too. I don't like the look of that at all, and the bears have to really, the bulls rather, have to really convince me now moving forward. Like, this was a good candle, okay? That was a good candle up until we saw the rest. Now, I wasn't even convinced at that point, of course, because I'm a conservative trader, but I can totally see how aggressive traders would like to take a position on that move over there, especially on the 4-hour time frame. This is why, by the way, guys, I don't play the lower time frames, because you can get these kind of moves. I was looking for a candle close above at least 3600, but to be honest, I was looking at the daily dynamic and the 12-hour dynamic, and this is where it gets really interesting. And we were talking about this in the seed yesterday too. We were having this conversation. Why is my dynamic not showing? Okay, trading view is being weird. Okay, there we go. So right over here, the dynamic was coming in at around 3500-ish actually on the daily. On the 12-hour, right, we actually had this, the 12-hour literally called the fake out right over here, as in like it got the fake out. It flipped green, saw continuation, and look at that rejection, man. So what do you guys do over here? Like, let's say you took a position over here, right? Let's say you did not wait for your double candle close. Let's say you just took a position right off the bat. How do you manage this trade? What do? You get in right over here at 33,000. You come back for the next 12-hour candle close, and you see that price is now sitting over here after this candle. What do? How do you manage this trade? Tasia asks, what is your leverage trading BTC futures? That is the wrong question to ask. If you're asking that question, it means that you do not understand how to actually use leverage. And anybody telling you, man, hey man, I 5x leveraged, or I 10x leverage, or I 2x leverage, they say those kind of things, they don't know how to use leverage. Okay, so the answer, okay, is you take the loss and get the F out. You take the freaking loss and get the F out. And yeah, you could show, and that's the next move, right? And then you look for other traders, basically look for an opportunity to get a short position on this if you're that aggressive, of course, of a trader, because clearly you are aggressive because you took the trade to begin with, right? If you took the trade to begin with, your trading style is aggressive, and then you have to look for the other side of the trade, because there's going to be a lot of traders caught on the wrong side just like you, and this was your opportunity to actually short it. Now, of course, I don't trade like that, not anymore. At least I used to trade a lot more aggressively. I've become less and less aggressive of a trader the more you just don't, like, as your account size starts increasing, and it should be, right? Your account size is going to go in ebb and flows, of course, as long as you're doing it right. You become less and less aggressive. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the chat now. Robert isn't here. Hey, how's it going, Robert? Good to see you in here, bud. Good to see you. Bob, I wouldn't overanalyze that though. Like, you'll be surprised when the volume does come in. You don't want to be looking at, like, you could look for like your divergence through that. Like, remember, essentially what you're looking for basically, Bob, is divergence, right? Another way of looking at divergence, but that's essentially what it is. You're looking at the divergence of volume between the bulls pushing the price up, their strength needed to push the price up, versus the bears to push the price up, push the price down. And that you can look at that to add a little bit more edge to your trade, yes, but I would. And that's fine, right? That's fine, like, because we do talk about getting a holistic picture. But keep in mind that if the bulls need very little to push the price up and they're not doing it, that's even more bearish. Right? Why are they not doing it? Like, why is the buying not coming in? There's money flowing elsewhere. Right now, I feel like ETH has been getting the flows of cash. Like, look at the Ethereum chart and look at the Bitcoin chart. It is so freaking different right now. I was talking to Krisha about this morning too. And there was a period, okay, that we can go ahead and look at it right now, actually. Let me pull up BLX. Why is this? Why does it always show ERD BTC here? I haven't looked at that chart in like 1 year now almost. Anyways, what am I looking for? What were we doing? Oh yeah, Ethereum at USD. I think Kraken has the most history. Look at the weekly. Okay, so what we're gonna do? I'm not saying that that's what's gonna happen this time, eh? Don't get me wrong over there. Okay. So we're looking at this zone over here. Oh, I have it marked out already. Okay, cool. We're looking at this box over here. And for Ethereum, this is a one time TradingView actually saves my freaking stuff. Okay, so we're looking at this zone over here. Okay, watch my cursor. So notice that when I hover my mouse on my panel below, on my chart below, on my Ethereum USD, it's going to find the same timeline on my Bitcoin USD. Okay, you guys see that? I want you guys to look at what Bitcoin did after breaking its high. Okay, it went and broke 1,000 from the pre-cycle. Okay, made a nice move all the way up to 1,300-ish. And look at that down move it took right after. Took 3 weeks of down, which is fine, right? Pullbacks are fine. But what's interesting is that during that time, and I went back to look at this because I was trading the markets aggressively during this time, especially Ethereum. I was like, wait a minute, Ethereum was just going up during that entire period, right? And you're seeing that right over here being reflected on the charts. Ethereum had like 3 up weeks, strong up weeks, all the way from around $16-20. And Krisha, do you remember when we were on the beach and we were looking at Ethereum, and I ran back to the villa to get a Ethereum position when it had a dump, right? Because I was so convinced that Ethereum, in terms of price action, was sitting at where it was sitting back when it was around $20 to $30. I remember saying those exact words to you. Ethereum's current price around $550 to $600 was equivalent in terms of Bitcoin relative to Bitcoin's highs back then. It was equivalent to Ethereum sitting at around $20 to $50, right? 20 to 40 actually is what I said. And look at that. You're seeing that right here too now. Right, Ethereum had this up move going from around 20 all the way to around 50, and what do you know? If you look at the price now, Ethereum went from around 550 to 1,400, and Bitcoin was going down. Right? I mean, I know we're doing something a little bit more different today, guys. I hope the chat's not too small on the screen. But hey, what's the point of these streams if we come here and do the same thing every single day? Like me answering your questions in terms of, hey, can we look at this chart? Can we look at that chart? I'm so bored of that, man. Krisha's like, yup, call it. Yeah, man. I feel like I've been in sync with the market cycles. That's what, more than even the TA, because I'm really conservative with that. I get in when the trades are most obvious. It's not hard to do what I do. It's the cycles that I've been able to really nail, like getting in those, figuring out the turning point of certain markets, right? Even with Bitcoin, like we didn't touch Bitcoin, right? In those entire months, we got aggressive only at 10,750 to 10,900. That was, yeah. ETH seems more promising in terms of the chart, in terms of the mid time frames, yes. In terms of the future, I wouldn't say that just yet. It's an experiment, man. It's great as a VC investment. Is it like ETH and Bitcoin? You can't compare the two, Dalvinder. You can't compare the two. People who are comparing the two don't know what they're talking about. Having exposure to both is definitely fine. Like you don't need to pick between the two. Oh, really, eh, Bob? Cool. Go ahead and take a look at ICX. I should have taken a position on that, clearly. But yeah, we'll take a look at that today. Just want to spend some more time on Bitcoin. Like, I think I don't want Mango to forget Bitcoin. You know, I don't want our community to deviate from the kings of the market, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum, essentially, right? And while far too many communities are gonna start forgetting what's important, Mango can't do that. I want all of you to understand that Bitcoin is still the driver, period. As much as you guys may not want that, it is. Well, you don't have to be bearish, Kyle. How's it going, Kyle? Good to see you in here, buddy. Okay, so you said a lot of bears dive. A lot of bears dive is being printed on the, okay. Yeah. Like, the weekly is not looking the best right now for Bitcoin, right? Nor is the monthly. But in a bull market, guys, in a bull market, we've seen this before. What I'm trying to point out to you guys over here, we've seen this before, where Bitcoin had like 3 or 4 weeks of just going down, and there was opportunity on some of the altcoins that was going up. So what does this spell out for people who haven't really put all their fiat into play yet? There's opportunity. Now, would I want to be converting Bitcoin for these altcoins? I don't know about that. That's a little bit. Yes, you could take a portion out and start trading it. And I don't want to give financial advice over there. I'm not even going to tell you guys what I'm doing personally. Not on the live stream at the very least. We can talk about it in the seed chat. I'll let you guys know how I'm playing this. When people ask if they should be buying Bitcoin right now, I hit my face on my desk. It was 29k 4 days ago. Should have dropped dough then. Man, I've been telling people to buy Bitcoin. I don't ever tell family or friends what they should do, you know. I never ever say anything about, this is a good time to buy. But around 9,500-ish to 10,000-ish, I gave enough warnings to my friends and family, like not my immediate family, but I'm talking about like cousins and shit, right? Like every time they mention anything about finance, I'm like, this is the time to buy Bitcoin. This is the time to buy Bitcoin. Like I would enter conversations where people are talking about the financial markets, and I don't ever like pitch in anything. Very rarely. If it's only about like mindset and stuff, I'll talk about it, but I don't give financial advice. Don't ever do that to friends and family. That's big heads up over there. I've now made the mistake of ever doing that, but I learned from like mentors and gurus who have freaking written books back in the day. Like, don't do that. Don't make that mistake. But anyways, at around 10,000, I was like, this is the time. That was the only time I really felt confident that this is it. And you should, like, Krisha spent that entire freaking month and a half, 2 months just buying every single day. DCing. We were so confident around that time. Is Hatham in here? Where is he? Where is he? I don't see him in here. Oh, there he is. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So Hatham, did you catch what we were talking about, man? Quick, I think you'll be interested in this. We're talking about this period over here, right? You can see how it's the same period, right? You can see through the cursor, same timeline. Bitcoin had 3 down weeks after pushing through the highs from around, went from around 816 all the way up to 1,328, right? Then it had 3 down weeks. Ethereum, on the other hand, did not have any of those down weeks. In fact, it went from around $12 all the way up to 50-ish. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about that. Zayad says I would be comfortable entering a position between 26 to 27k. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get our charts back into equilibrium. Let's use everything we use at Mango. Should I use BNC? Let's use the more updated charts. Okay, so for the past like 3 weeks now, we've been looking at something in particular in terms of the Ichimoku, right? We're looking at the 21 EMA because everybody's been talking about the 21 EMA. It's like the most like looked at EMA now in the space, which is fine, right? But it's knowing when to look at it and expect those moves instead of just waiting on with your hands on your ass, expecting a bear move at every freaking candle. Now, this is where I like it, right? We've been, all of us over here, I've been looking at something specific. We've been looking for the 21 EMA to come in line with the Kijun, and hopefully in time between the Tenkin and the Kijun, that's when it gets really, really nice. But right now, it's kissing the Kijun. This is when it's time to start looking. And what do you know? What do you know? That's exactly when Bitcoin starts looking at its worst. You're seeing the vacuum onto the equilibrium between the Ichimoku and the 21 EMA now. We're seeing that happen, okay? I wouldn't be too surprised if we start, stair-stepping our way down over here or have one big violent move down here to around 22k. You cannot rule that out, guys. You cannot rule that out. And still close above those levels at around 27. Like, you could see you could see price come down, and whoop, go through everybody looking to buy 27. Stop them all out because they are highly leveraged, over leveraged, and then we close above it. What would that move be, by the way, if we go down? Let's say we break 27 and go all the way down to, yeah, let's say we go down to 22, 21, right? Let's say we give people a gift and test this structure over here at 20k. That is a 30% down move. Keep in mind that all the smart-ass traders who are going to be leveraging 4x and 5x thinking that this is it, man, I'm going to be a millionaire, they're going to get liquidated. If you are 5x leverage and you see a 30% down move, right? You see a 30% wick, right? You're going to get liquidated. It's going to close above your level and you're going to feel like ass. Be very, very careful, guys. This market does not need a lot of leverage. 2x leverage on Bitcoin and you would have been freaking swimming in money, right? Let's go ahead and look at the oscillators. What are they saying? Swinging down, but still in the bullish territory. RSI breaking the bullish area. What's the 4-day saying? I don't like the look of the 4-day either, but are you from Ottawa, man? Saeed? Jesus Christ. Whereabouts? I don't believe you. You've somehow found out that Krisha and I are from Ottawa. You gotta have to give me more information. You gotta verify yourself, man. What's the best coffee place in Ottawa? Oh, what's Ottawa's coffee home? Like, what is the one coffee place we have that Toronto doesn't? South Keys, eh? Okay. I'm beginning to believe you. You own the Dairy Queen in Orleans? Okay, so Krisha, tell him the answer. Look. It's not Tim Hortons, man. Tim Hortons is everywhere. Tim Hortons is freaking everywhere. Tim Hortons is showing up around the world now. I know they have places in the Middle East too. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum now, guys. So Ethereum coming down to test support. Essentially that major level at around 13,372, we are threatening to lose it, right? We're threatening to actually close underneath it this week, but we have 5 days. Let's see if this ends up being an Ethereum like fake out where we close above and just like dump back down. Let's just look at this on Coinbase though. Yeah. It's Bridgehead, like Kusha just mentioned. Bridgehead has the best flat white, man. Go ahead and try it. And if you're in Ottawa, you gotta go to Bridgehead, but and the Works, but the Works isn't exclusive to Ottawa. I've been to every Works in Ottawa. I've been to every single Works in Ottawa, but every single Works. That's how big of a fan I was. I think I'm gonna buy the franchise. I think I'm gonna have a franchise out at the Works. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to give up Canada because I couldn't take the snow anymore and move to a place closer to the beach. Yeah, same here. Yeah, the Works is amazing, man. Very underrated. The Samyang guy. Small world indeed, man, and Mango's a very chill community. I'm glad all of you are here. By the way, there's around 100 of you here and only, what, how many likes do we have? Like 10? I don't know. I'm not even keeping an eye on it today. Let's see. How many likes do we have? Get the likes to around 100, guys. Come on. The Moosehead or Hey Buddy Coffee. It's called Bridgehead. Close enough. Close enough. Hey Buddy Coffee. Oh, that's awesome, Bob. Alright, let's go ahead and look at ICX now. ICX BTC or ICX USD? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I have it charted, right? Yeah, this was... I thought I had it charted. So I did not chart this, eh? I did trade this at one point, by the way, as you can see. Broke. Okay, so this was a major break right over here. Breaking. So the previous trades that we take, right? You can literally take the same trades again. And if you miss the previous trade, by the way, you can literally wait for the same trade to come back months later, and you have it right here. Right, you can adjust a tad bit now. And look at that. That's beautiful. That's freaking beautiful. We took out the high over here too. This is really good. Okay, so first target would be, okay, the first target's already hit. Next target would be here. But I think this is going to make its way. Let me go ahead and delete this line though. This is going to go, man. If this breaks past here, and like this wants to see continuation. So next major zone would be around here. So this consolidation that you can see, that would be the next target I'm looking for. Isn't this like some sort of pattern, Krisha, that you're probably seeing? I don't know. Let's go to 12-hour. Okay, so there's a 12-hour close above here is going to be really good. 2724. Can bring this down a little bit. The 12-hour is actually getting this really well. I really like the 12 on this, and I love charts that all coins especially that work well on a 12-hour. Those of you who have been following me for a while, you guys know that. Let's look at the Ichimoku on this one. If TradingView decides to TradingView is taking forever to load, man, today. What, really? That's interesting. Something to know about ICX BTC is that there was an internal mini panic at Binance as they almost ran out of ICX to sell to their customers. That's interesting. I don't have a name for my playlist, man. I just accumulated these songs over years. I honestly didn't think anyone would enjoy my music. But it's on Spotify, some of my music. Some of this. A lot of friends went to Pickering. Damn. Holy, I live 15 minutes from Pickering High, went to Notre Dame, and then to Mike's in Toronto. I went to high school in Mississauga, and then Ottawa for the most of my Canadian life. I think Canadians are so cool. I understand why they don't want American citizens there. I have some funny stories on that, but we won't talk about that today. David says, did you notice a BTC descending triangle forming in the daily chart? Do you think it'll break? Do you think it'll break up and down by the end of the week? Up and down. I like that, David. That's such a unique question. Nobody usually asks me, will it break up and down? But that's the right question to be asking. Yeah, so we talked about the descending triangle in the beginning of the video. It's really, like, you can see all the drawings over here, right? The bulls have to convince me now, man. I'm not liking this. Like, as long as we're holding this horizontal, everything's okay, right? I want to see if candle closes underneath this for the bears to convince me. I'm not saying that the bears have convinced me. Like, remember, you could look at this. I could draw this another way and be like, hey, man, this is bullish. And this is true. Look at that, guys. What do you think? Right? Now you have a bull flag. but you cannot ignore the bear side either, right? This is why trend analysis is better than just patterns, because this could be a consolidation, right? Or bearish pattern or bullish pattern, doesn't matter. It's a consolidation that literally is going to make a decision, and you got to wait for the decision before calling it a bullish or bearish pattern. See how the picture changed now? Like, I literally spent the first 15 minutes of the video explaining the bear side of it, and now I just draw it this way, and your bias is going to change. You went to Ottawa, you? Okay, yeah, you definitely saw me around, dude. You definitely saw me around. I was all over campus. You definitely saw Krisha around too then. I mean, I don't know where you saw Krisha. Krisha barely went to class. She was one of the slackers. You went to freaking Ottawa, you, dude, that's awesome. Yo, join the Mango Grove, bud. I worked at the Adobe building. I pressed. Oh, shit. Table. I need to get one of those standing tables. Yeah, Bob. There you go, man. That's the possible bull flag on the longer time frame I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. But so this is why we got to just wait for confirmation now at this point. This could be explosive. I just feel like the 27K number now is becoming a little bit too easy. Everybody's talking about it, right? So either we just plow right through it and go to 21K, 22K, 19K, or we just go like, we just break up here. The path to most pain right now, okay, that I can see is up, right? Just up, and people just being like, shit, I didn't get my chance, I should have bought. And if you're buying spot, guys, if you really believe that the bull market is on, and we believe in Bitcoin's bull market just beginning, and you guys all really believe that we're going to go to 100,000, and it's crazy how many people think we're going to go to 100,000 now. 30% drawdown on Bitcoin is usually a good buy, right? Usually a good buy. This could go down further. Well, yeah, 40% is very, very possible in Bitcoin, and that's around 24,000. But where was I going with this? Yeah. If we just keep going up without people getting into position, that's going to be the path to most pain. Another painful path is going to be for the few traders who are looking to get those high leverage buys at around 24,000, and they go with their 5x leverage, 6x leverage, 10x, I don't know what, and they get liquidated on a wick down to 20K, 19K. Oh, you meant to say break up or down. The right question is break up and down on Bitcoin, because it'll do that eventually. But you see what we are talking about, right? It could be so many things. The right way to look at it is for confirmation, for the trend to actually confirm itself. Yesterday we had a big hint as to what may come right over here. This rejection, right? The bulls had a chance. Maybe they're not ready yet. Maybe they wanted. Maybe the bulls are on the same side of the sellers right now, looking to accumulate. So now we're going to be looking at these higher lows on these wicks over here. What happens between this wick, this wick, this wick? We start taking out these lows. It's not looking good. Likely, maybe come down, test the bottom of the channel, 28, 27K. But you guys need to understand that this channel could go on forever. This would be the best case for all coins, by the way. This would be the dream situation. Where's my... Imagine that. China bans Bitcoin. USA bans Bitcoin. Canada bans Bitcoin. Russia buys Bitcoin. as a noob that can't understand all those trading tactics, I can clearly see that we're going to go up. It says Zandia Lewis. Do you consider the noobs around the world that will enter cryptos just by seeing the first perception of graph patterns? New users are good, right? I'm not sure what you're... I'm not sure whether you're being sarcastic or whether you're trying to really ask a question, or whether... If you can elaborate, I will answer you. But you need to understand that chart patterns or just price analysis or trend is a depiction of the collective behavior of all the market participants. It has nothing to do with real patterns being respected because of math or anything like that. It's behavior. It's behavior. That's what's happening. It's a psychology of the market put together. And it's just not noobs. You need to understand that a lot of noobs are buying in with like a few thousands of dollars. They don't... It's about collective behavior coupled with the magnitude of the buying and selling power, right? So one buyer has a lot more influence on the chart than another buyer based on his buying power or selling power. So you need to take that. It's a function of the two. It's a function of behavior, psychology, and your buying/selling power. Ocean USD chart, yeah, let's go ahead. Take a look at it. If it does break this horizontal over here, it's pretty new, eh? Breaks this neckline over here, it's likely gonna see a move. It's like a... I don't know, Adam, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you call this pattern. Adam and Eve or whatever. Probably $1 after this. This doesn't look too bad. It just looks too new, and the wick action is a little bit icky. So you gotta position size accordingly. Yeah, so that's Ocean. Gotta wait for daily candle close above that though. Check ETH now. we were looking at ETH, right? But we didn't do any analysis really. There you go, but it's on support. These are the horizontals that we're looking at. They put a high, it's trending, putting high highs, higher lows. Sorry, high lows, high highs. So people are going to call this a rising wedge, blah, blah, blah. Call it what you will. The fact that all that matters is that it's trending up. You got to be patient with Ethereum too. The problem now with all coins, when Bitcoin's in a situation like this, it's not a problem really, because you're getting a lot of information. You're seeing that even though Bitcoin is making lower lows and lower highs, at the very least lower highs, depending on whether you're looking at candle closes and wicks, even though Bitcoin's doing that, Ethereum is not. Right? Ethereum is actually doing the opposite. Ethereum is holding onto its support levels and putting higher lows at those support levels. Look at that. Like it's going down to the second support level each time and putting in a higher low. Wi-Fi, that one's been a little bit underwhelming. Let's go ahead. We'll wrap up soon, guys. How long we've been doing this? It's been an hour, 11 minutes already. All right, so we're gonna wrap up soon, guys. Let me know anything else you guys want to talk about. Hey BT, how's it going, man? So came up to test our resistance levels. Let's see. I'd like to see the week close above here. The real big win is going to be Wi-Fi closing above here, man. 37,000. But again, that's going to matter. Let's compare to Bitcoin actually first, and then come back to this. Okay, so you guys can see this consolidation over here. It's clearly being respected. I'm not sure why that box was down, to be honest, because I clearly drew the box based on this consolidation. Anyways, yeah, for its pairing against Bitcoin, you want to see this break above here. Wi-Fi actually has not been doing as well as I expected to do. Like, I'm not trading this coin, but I would have expected it to do a little bit better. Like, if you look at the rest of the DeFi-based coins, they're doing pretty well. Speaking of which, let's go take a look at Uni. Nice. Yeah, I've been building a nice Uniswap position, so I'm really liking what it's doing. So this is what you want to see, right? Up. If you close the daily over here, next target would be somewhere around here. This is an entire region of consolidation though that needs to take out. So I'd like to see it actually close above 41ish, right? 41ish, somewhere around here. Then we can look towards here. Nobody asked for Uni, but hey, here you go. Wi-Fi looks like a squeeze, okay? Krisha says. I don't like the chart though. It's just not easy, right? It's not easy. The exchange received a license from the Central Bank of Bahrain ahead of its launch. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, right. It's really bad that people can just Google me and find out information. But honestly, there's an article I've written a freaking article that like tells people a lot about my life anyway. So I'm pretty public, man. I don't care. I mean, I do care. This level of privacy that you should maintain and hold at all times. Oh, you did ask for Uni? There you go, Ashok. How's it going, Ashok? Good to see you in here. Why are you asking for a shitcoin, Ashok? What's going on, buddy? Did it move? It's a piece of shit, dude. Look at that. What the hell? You should know better. I mean, when it starts moving, if it closes above here, okay, let's look. It is okay. To be fair, it's putting in like a rounding formation over here against Bitcoin. I don't know, man. If it closes the daily candle above here, these moves are probably big though, right? Because it's got so destroyed. That's a 46% move. Yeah. But it's got to close a candle here, then take out this high, and then, yeah, it could. The question is, where'd you hear this name? Like, why? My question is, why so many people are looking at SXP? It seems to be shilled a lot. Yeah, sure, BT. Let's go ahead and look at XTC. The Bitcoin pairing or USD pairing? Last 3 weeks were good. Not sure why I have a horizontal right through the center. How do you trade this though? It's really messy, man. I guess this candle over here was not fair because almost every altcoin went through that because it was a Bitcoin move. So if it takes out $3.17, it's likely gonna needs to take out 350 actually. Needs to take out this entire area. The trade is from here, from this zone all the way to the top over here. So from 350 to 450. Yeah. It's just a really messy chart, man. Not an easy chart to play. A lot of coins have done this, eh? They've made a lower low against Bitcoin, which was really garbage to begin with. But then they flipped it. So that's good. It's not bad. But there's so many charts. Like, how do you pick which one? I believe SXP... No. Was it SXP? Something else did something like this. Let's go to SXP again. Did it make a lower low against Bitcoin? But the thing is... yeah, it did. SXP has more price history on a different chart exchange. Let's go ahead and find KuCoin, I believe. But yeah, there you go. Yuck. It's not doing anything. But why are you looking at Ashok? You know, I wouldn't care if you're on the mango seed, so I'm gonna take the extra effort to care. My question to you is, why are you looking at it? Especially after the conversation we had. So, okay, you're in position at 288. Let's go ahead and take a look. Why are you in position? What's your trade? Let's go give BT some tough love. 288. You're short, I hope? Or you bought here? You're looking for this to break and continue towards the upside? Is there a fundamental thesis behind this? Because the chart is... I mean, it could pump and you're going to feel like, oh, I was vindicated. But there's not... I don't see the chart here, man. I got a notification right now from Mango Research. Oh, man. That's... I don't know what to do with these scammers, man. I got a notification right now from Mango Research, same channel scam, like send something, get 5 bet, send 1 bet and get 5 bet. Something about the beacon chain, probably. But yeah, that's not us, man. If you guys receive any PMs or emails or freaking notifications from a fake Mango Research channel saying that they're accepting funds, it's 159% actually a scam. We don't accept. Like, many people have actually asked me to manage money for them, and I've always said no. So there's no way I'm actually going to email you guys and ask you guys for money. So don't ever fall for any of that, right? And people can actually just make a Mango Research channel themselves and PM you guys. So be very careful. They can take our icon, do everything. It's so garbage. But this thing is not trending, man. This is chopping. Like, there's so many better trends. I mean, again, you might be doing some... Your analysis might be telling you that, so I don't want to discourage you. But I'll give you an example of things that are trending, right? DOT, for example, even though it's not moving in the past couple of days, this is trending. Like, look at this. It's trending. You want to be part of this, part of strength. I think you're falling into the trap where you think, oh, I want to buy something that's not moved yet and get a bigger gain. Because the thing about Tezos, I'm not even seeing it on the monthly time frame, unless there's another exchange that has more price history. For example, I like Curve as well, even though I'm not in this. But let's go ahead and look at Curve. Somebody mentioned Curve yesterday. This has been trending, right? Look at that. It's going up. It broke a massive consolidation over here. It's clear. It's easy. Bitcoin bouncing off that horizontal clearly. Not much, but nonetheless. So if you look at the 30 minutes, which you shouldn't be doing, maybe there's something that will surprise people over here. There you go. Made my life more difficult instead of just drawing lines. Man, I really like the stream a lot more when there's few people in here. It keeps me calm too. Maybe we should do like private streams so we have fewer people. It's less exhausting for me. Hey Ryotaro, how's it going, buddy? Let's go ahead and take a look at Ren. Just gotta wait for more price action, man. It broke out of massive consolidation. It's come up and tested the top of the box here perfectly, actually. Damn, to the T. This daily candle close wasn't the best, to be honest, but again, that's probably Bitcoin related. Let's look at Ren BTC. Resistance over here 2232. If it breaks 2232, likely going to make its way up over here to around 2690. Breaks 2690, likely going to make its way up to 31373. Eventual target somewhere around here though. Yeah. So it's a good SNR flip right over here. Broke, retested. Looks like it wants to see continuation. Seeing resistance over here, of course. It flips this over here, you can look for a move all the way up to 2979. Flips 2979, likely going to get to 3870. It's still in a downtrend, by the way, on the weekly time frame. This needs to put in a high low, confirm the high low, high high. Maybe put a high low somewhere around here actually. Then go for the high high. Yeah, you could say consolidating, yep. Yeah, people can try hacking me. They'll have to, I don't know how they're going to do it because everything's on my ledger. Ledger, Trezor, multiple of them. That's interesting, Tommy Lee McDonald. Yeah, I don't look at the 1532, but just for fun, you could look at it like kind of like how we did, and I'll take your word for it, man. If there's a hidden bullish divergence on the 30-minute, doesn't mean much because I mean it could trigger, it could trigger and then see continuation. I mean it's looking like, you know, it wants to, but it's not something you could just play it on the 4-hour or the 12 and be like, hey, it's support, right? Keep your life simple right there. Jesus Christ, so many lines drawn today. But yeah, let's go ahead and delete those lines. There you go. So Ryutaru, you need to have a plan ahead of time, man. You can't, because the thing is, especially in these kind of markets, especially altcoins, you start second guessing yourself when the time comes to actually take profits or take a loss. Then you miss the opportunity, and a profit will turn into nothing, or loss will turn into a bigger loss. So you gotta always have a plan. If you're trend trading this, yes, just wait. Just wait. It could turn into a big win. That's what trend traders are looking for, big wins. And trend traders are okay giving up profits, and they know that going into the trade. But you can't be second guessing yourself within the trade. All right. So now you've done it. It's done. Fine. But moving forward, you gotta have that already planned out. What does that mean? Do you peeps think we can settle where we are? If you're living somewhere where it's snow, no, don't settle down there, man. I recommend settling closer to a beach. If you're talking about price, then that's a different conversation. CryptoKitty says, Toy Wolf, most of them will watch price action when Bitcoin dips. You can see the correlation. If BTC dumps, will also now. Okay, that's the question he's asking, yeah. It's if this then that, man. So we don't know, like, I think the word settle doesn't really apply to trading. We're talking about consolidating, right? Before we break up or break down, it's like we are in a consolidation right now. You could call this a bullish consolidation, a bearish consolidation, depending on what angle you look at this. You could look at this as a descending triangle or bullish flag. I don't know. I'll take that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the market, all coins getting picked up and holding their major levels. Like Ethereum is holding a daily level. Well, on this chart, it actually looks like a rejection, but on this chart, this is what I'm actually looking at. Looks like it's trending well still, right? Look at the Ethereum chart. Like, remove all the horizontals, remove everything. Wow, I didn't know you could do this. You can. That's really cool. Kush, are you checking this out? TradingView implemented a new feature. Anyways, look at the Ethereum chart and now look at the Bitcoin chart. It's such a different picture completely. I don't like this reaction over here from Bitcoin, the test of the Tenkin, but on Ethereum, it's holding key levels. I like that. So I feel like there's opportunity in all coins. Actually, speaking of all coins, I actually added to my trade on Uni based on the 4 hour. Right, I've been actually building a position on this one as it goes higher and higher. And that's what's kind of making it a little bit more tricky for people, because they're watching Bitcoin look so bearish, and I agree, it doesn't look too good. But all coins are looking good, man. There's some that's allowing you to collect more Bitcoin. Alright guys, with that I'm going to be wrapping up the stream over here. There's around 190 of you here, almost 200 of you here. I want to see the likes get smashed. Let us know that you're actually enjoying the streams. That way we can do more of them. Bob, what view are you talking about? Are you talking about me watching two charts at the same time, or are you talking about me switching between my horizontals and my indicators? Hey, Josh is in here. How's it going, Josh? Patrick, you're welcome, buddy. Good to see you in here too. Austin is in here too. That's awesome, bud. I'm glad you enjoyed your stay, CM55. Okay, so TradingView has this new feature over here. Before, it used to hide only your horizontals, but now I'm pretty sure if you click this, yeah, there you go. It has hide drawings, hide indicators, hide drawings, and indicators. So now what you can do is toggle between them. Nice, eh? There's an eye icon over here. So guys, make sure that you hit the bell icon, the notification thingy, the bell, whatever it's called. So that way, when we do our stream next, you guys are notified. And we usually start the stream around 15 minutes after you guys actually get the notification. We listen to some music in the meantime. Everybody sets up, everybody gets ready, gets himself a nice big jar of mango juice, and yeah. So hit the bell icon, hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, of course. And thank you all for joining. It's been a great. Today was actually one of the better days for me. It was nice and quiet, nice and chilled out. Enjoyed today a lot. Tornado says, thank you for the stream. Thank you for the tough love. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for the tip, buddy. Really, really appreciate it. Justin Adam says, if I could, I would give 2 thumbs up. Attaboy. Go ahead and find another video that you've not liked yet and go ahead and thumbs that instead. Yeah, so a few things, man. You should also set up all your templates the way I have. Right? Very, very stress-free style of trading. I've always used this, but now they've allowed you to start toggling between the two, which makes my life a lot easier. Should I sell my order? Alright, but you're clearly new here. Bob. But to be honest, if it comes down to my job or these chill streams, I'm just gonna lose my job. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow, eh? Bob, hoping to see you in here again tomorrow. All of you, Ken as usual, looking forward to see you here tomorrow. Krisha, you better be here tomorrow. Avi's in here too. How's it going, Avi? Yep. So thank you all for joining. Especially those of you who have been regularly here every single day, man. It's you guys who are keeping me coming back, you know, because the few times I'm like, oh, I don't want to do a stream today. I think of you guys. I think of those of you who are here every single day, and I just can't let you guys down. So with that, do it the mango way, do the stress-free way, guys. I'll leave the music on for a little bit, and I'll be muting myself. I'll see you guys in the chat.
And then she'd say, it's okay, I got yours on the way, but I'm a super girl. Super girls don't cry. And then she'd say, it's alright, I got home late last night, but I'm a super girl. Super girls just fly. She's a super girl. She's a super girl. the time I used to look into my father's eyes. In a happy home, I was a king, I had a gold.